I'm about to go on a princess cruise for the first time, and all I'm going for is the food, because food means the world to me. Hear ye, hear ye! Please stand and welcome Prince Cruz. Hey, how y'all doing? What, you thought I was gonna be Princess Cruz? Mama, that's my wife. I'm Prince Cruz. The tabloids say I married her for her title and her wealth. That could not be further from the truth. We married for love, okay? We love to cook together. We love to go shopping, interior decorating. Everything a typical married man and wife like to do. People judge us when we go out. They say, look, beard, beard, beard. Those comments can't bring me down. I'm confident in my facial hair. I think it's quite full. Did you guys like that opening skit that made no sense? In this video, we are sailing on a princess cruise for 4 days. I'm gonna be reviewing the room, touring the whole ship, and of course, taste testing as much princess food as I possibly can. Okay, bobblehead, it's the next step in my evolution. We're gonna be eating at the main dining, the buffets, the specialty dining, and whatever else they have. And I'm gonna be giving you my brutally honest opinion on everything. Royalty doesn't scare me. Okay, I will go in. Right, Regina? She always looks scared, it's just her face. She's built that way. I've never voyaged on a princess cruise, but I've heard amazing things, especially from 2 people that created me. You may know them as the origin of joy itself. My parents, Mary and Jose. Woo! Yes, their names do sound like Mary and Joseph with a Latina twist. Oh, they went on a princess cruise and they loved it. So I asked them to film a little review for you guys.
This is so exciting. Okay, we are Timmy's parents, Mary and Jose. Timmy asked us to say something about princess cruises because ever since we went on it, when did we go?
December of 2022 and came back in January of 2023. It was a 15-day cruise to Hawaii.
So good. And what was the name of the ship again?
It was the Crown Princess.
Ever since we went on it, we were just bragging about it and just telling Timmy that he had to try it. And if you notice, I'm wearing an appropriate t-shirt, just like Timmy always does, except this is Royal Caribbean because I didn't have a princess one. But anyway, princess is my absolute favorite because for me, it looks like Titanic with all the dark wood. You feel like you're in the Titanic, right?
Yes. My 3 reasons, I had many reasons I really loved Princess, but first of all, I really love jazz music, and their music, they had some really good music, including a very good jazz group. Then they had a very excellent shows because they had really good shows, a really good jazz show, and the food was exquisite and the waiters were amazing. And then the whole New Year's show and the whole Christmas show was amazing.
So good. Oh, what I love also was the medallion. They give you this medallion that has all of your information on it. So like if you walk up to get a coffee, they say, hello, Mary. Or if you go off the ship, then you don't have to take anything because all of your information's on it. Right. And before this, our time's up, I wanted to tell you that Timmy I'm his biggest fan, first of all. I'm his biggest fan and always will be. But he is the same as, if you meet him, you would just realize that he is the exact same person that you see. And he's the kindest, most wonderful person I know. One of them, all 4 of my kids. But anyway, also he can make me laugh out loud. And I never get to laugh out loud. But from the time he was little, when he would stand on a coffee table and sing opera, that's the way he's always been. But anyway.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure getting to meet you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Aren't they stars? Now you see where I get it from. Whoa. You know, some families pass down perfect teeth or a full head of hair. But at least I got the X factor, so I'm grateful for that. Also, I did not know about this princess medallion they give to their guests. What a medallion? For free? I've only had steak medallions, not a real medallion. Luxury! Opulence! The ship we are sailing on is the Sun Princess. Now, when I booked it, I did not know that it's Princess's biggest ship ever. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a big ball of gas. And that's what they used to call me back in the day. They actually still do. But before we go, girlies, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It's the easiest way to support little old me my whole career. Also subscribe. I make food content. And girlies, I do have a new channel where I talk about whatever I want to. It's called Timmy Tries to Talk. Link is at the top of the description. Check it out. I'm a man of multiple businesses. Okay, cue the foghorn. Let's go. I I arrived to the port and I immediately saw our gorgeous vessel. It was such a magical moment for me, and my Uber driver really made it feel special.
Come on now, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it.
Move that bus! Exactly. Love him. Hello, my wife. You might be thinking, Timmy, why did you marry a boat? I wanted the title that bad, okay? Is that crazy? And I also wanted a deal with TOC, a show about our irregular relationship, the royal boat and the bald-headed man. So I walked into the cruise port. There was a sign that said welcome on a TV that's meant to look like a frame, but it's actually a TV. And this is the area where you check in and get your little medallion. Girlies, I got my medallion. I want to eat it like a steak. They gave me a free necklace to go with it. This is like going to Jared's when you get like the free chain with the jewel or gem. Whoa, this entrance. Hello, Jurassic Park. I feel like I'm entering a whole other world. Going through that entrance felt like being birthed a second time, but this time was so much less messy. They took us to a place where we could get our picture taken with a green screen. That's different. That's tech. Oh my God, it's me. It's me. Oh my God, a variant of me. I swear there's clones of me walking the earth everywhere. What is going on in this day and age? That was the smoothest, quickest cruise boarding experience ever. We are about to take our first step on the cruise. Of course, I'm gonna document it. The sun's really hot though, so if my Skechers melt, just expect it. It won't be a surprise if we expect it. Hot. I'm about to scan my medallion for the first time. They're gonna be like prime rib. Hello, how are you? Yes. Thank you. Okay, so we're just walking into the room hallways. Not the most magical entrance, but hey, a lot of princesses have to keep a low profile because of the paparazzo. So it makes sense that this is part of the experience. You're like going through the back tunnels so that no one sees you. Hello. So we arrived to the destination. It was the staircase section with the elevator shafts, and there were so many people. It was a little overwhelming. I'm loving all the wood on the walls. My mom was right. It does feel like the Titanic, but hopefully not too accurate to the Titanic. You know, I just want to find the lobby because I want to have my magical experience of luxury and opulence walking into it, you know? So these are the maps. Girlies, they're massive touch screens. What was the budget on this ship? $10 trillion? Anyways, the lobby is called the Bills. And it was a floor above me, so I walked up the stairs. I saw these gorgeous paintings of the sky, which is what we see every day, so they weren't that special. And then I made it to the lobby. Look at the purple lighting. I felt like Barney. What a man that dinosaur is. Wow. And this is it. Wow, look how grand. The Sun Princess, welcome aboard. Princess. Was I supposed to read that whole thing? I don't know. But the chandelier looks like a sun, or actually a sunflower seed. You know, it's making me real hungry. I have the appetite of a trucker. And they had some live musicians playing, a DJ and a tuba. I think that's a tuba. And this is me watching the safety video. That's mandatory. I was paying attention, but you were distracting me. Put those away. Stop it. I'm loving the ship so far. I'm loving the vibes. I love my medallion so much. It's my co-star. We should name it. Medallion is too simple. Ernestine. Truly an underrated name. I'm very hungry. So we're gonna explore this ship throughout the days, obviously, but for now we're gonna go feast at the buffet, and it's called the Eatery. Oh, it makes me want to eat real bad. This is the all-you-can-eat buffet, the Eatery, which has the font of a vegan small business. You get me? It's very that vibe. They had so many stations. They had sandwiches, first of all, ham, turkey, all the good lunch meats, bologna. Oscar Mayer went all out. And they had a Mexican and Co station with tacos and things like that. Healthy corner, which is where you can find me when I'm feeling bad about myself. And they had a ramen station with fresh ramen. What else would it be, you know? And an Asian food station with fried rice, lo mein, sweet and sour pork. Ooh. And this is international. Now, they did have some international food like fried dumplings and different rice dishes, but they also had chicken nuggets and fries and mac and cheese. I guess good old America counts as international, right? And what is that? A suckling pig? No, it's a suckling turkey. They also had some burgers, pizza, things like that, and a bakery and pastry section with desserts and little pastries and little coffee shop and some good old bread pudding with different sauces. A whole lot of bread. If you're craving yeast, you're in the right place. And a Mediterranean section with a lot of cold cuts and cheeses. Are we just making sandwiches in Greece now? The options were endless. I was overwhelmed. It's crazy out here. And a pasta station where they make you sort of fresh pasta with different sauces. Very nice. And this is my table with the fresh water, silverware, and my first plate. I got the sweet and sour pork, the fried rice,
and the beef noodles.
Girlies, I'm sorry if I look absolutely disgusted. It's not the food. The food actually looks great. The buffet, wow, fit for royalty, truly. I've never seen anything like it. There's so many options. It all looks so good. And it looks like high quality, something that would be served in Buckingham Palace. But I was disgusted because I saw this lady being extremely rude to the employees here. She was like trying to go to a place and she was like, where is this? And the guy was like, oh, it's this way. And she was like, people keep telling me different directions. You guys need to get it together. Ma'am, the only things that have to get it together are your split ends. The hair was fried. More fried than this fried rice. It was just so rude and it put a bad taste in my mouth. But luckily, I brought Listerine with me and also I'm about to eat hopefully delicious food. So the only downside of this buffet so far is the fact that the employees like have to serve you, so you have to ask for everything. So you can't really get
the massive portions that you want.
Unless if you say, can I have a massive portion? But that's embarrassing. I would never do that. The only other downside also, you can't get tons of cuisines on the same plate. It's a fresh plate at every station. But as long as the food is good, I don't care if I have to go through a whole obstacle course to taste flavor. I will do it. Anyways, let's first try this fried rice. It looks really good, but it has corn in it, which is a red flag. The chicken. Yay! Oh, Ernestine, it's gonna be a fabulous week. Oh, that was scanned on a lot of different things at this point. It's probably covered in bacteria. Ernestine, you stink. That's really good fried rice. I have to say, it tastes as good as food court fried rice. I wouldn't say it's hibachi level deliciousness, you know, but it does have that classic fried rice vibe. It seems like good quality. The corn didn't bother me. It's gonna bother me tomorrow morning when I revisit it, but right now it's fine. And the chicken in particular was a very salty bite. I swear, I only had one little piece. Oh my God, a lady almost tripped, but she caught herself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big man upstairs, you saved her. The chicken was salty. It tasted kind of like marinated in something or brined, who knows? Very tender as well. And the rice was a little hard, just certain pieces, but I still really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give that a very strong 7.5 out of 10. Good start. Now it's time for the beef noodles. Oh my goodness. You know, that's not the most flavorful dish out there, but I gotta say, it's quality. For a buffet to have beef chunks that taste this real, they taste like filet mignon steak. They're tender, they have a charred, strong flavor to them. Now, is it at the level of quality of like Wagyu? Of course not. It wasn't wagging at me, but it tasted good. And the noodles themselves just had a classic soy sauce flavor, nothing really special, but the veggies are very crunchy. I enjoyed it, 7 out of 10. Very good too. Last but not least, for this plate, we have sweet and sour pork. Oh my God, who is she? The name's Peppa. Peppa the pig. I didn't say that. That was the pork talking. You know, I'm really thirsty, but I didn't get a cup. Can I just drink it out the pitcher? Probably not. They will be mad at me. That's incredible. That is genuinely some of the best buffet pork I've ever had. And the bar's not high, you know. Buffet pork has been known to, frankly, be nasty and to oink. But this tastes, once again, totally real. Very tender chunks of pork. And the sauce does not taste like your typical sweet and sour sauce. You'd think, you know, this pig just wanted to be like a chicken. But that's not what happened. It created its own legacy. This is completely different. It tastes like it was made with real ingredients. There's a strong pineapple flavor and a strong tanginess, almost like a ketchup vibe to it in a good way. It's just very tangy, very sweet, and it tastes like someone's home-cooked meal, which is crazy. That's a 10 out of 10 for me, so. What if Princess has the best buffet? What then? I was planning on leaving her once I became king, but if she's a good cook, I might stick around, okay?
For my second plate, I got some mashed potatoes, some McNuggets, a piece of lasagna, and mac and cheese as well. This is all from the international section.
Is the light behind me flickering? Well, just so you know, it's only flickering in the video realm. It is not flickering in real life. Just don't mind that. Wait, hold on. Is that better? You can still see it, whatever, get used to it. Stop complaining, we're on vacation. Your father and I took off work for this. You said, mother and father, my dream is to be a princess, like Anne Hathaway. And I said, why are you British? But of course, sweetheart, I'll make your dreams come true. I booked the princess cruise to make you happy. And now you're complaining about the light? You will never be a princess. I'm sorry, sweetheart, mama didn't mean that. Let's try the mashed potato, shall we? That's weird. That's not what I'm used to. My expectations are irrelevant. I've never tried buffet mashed potatoes that were so brave. The fact they went in a different direction than the typical plain butter, milk, salt, pepper, you know? This tastes like kind of sour, but not in like a rotten way. Well, maybe. You just never know. I hope not. Those mashed potatoes have a very strong sour cream flavor, but almost more sour than sour cream. There might be some buttermilk in there or something. There's also a slight sweetness to them and a slight nutmeg flavor. Do you know how many nuts Meg had to harvest to create nutmeg? So many. And so the fact that they got some of it and they put it in here is crazy. It really works for me. The sourness, the nutmeg, it's like warm and tangy and it's so different. Now they are a little bit soupy. That's my only complaint, but flavor-wise, they're insane. 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we got a chicken nugget. Oh, there's a little piece of cheese on it. That's not a hair, don't worry. See? I wouldn't eat a hair. So I got the chicken nuggets, even though I know it's such a basic item. A lot of the girlies out there love their chicken nuggets. I have to try them. Ronald, he has to be around here somewhere. Ronald, maybe he doesn't have his clown makeup on. Maybe he'll be harder to find than I thought. But when I tell you those taste just like McDonald's chicken nuggets, they're exact. I would not be surprised if they were from the same nanotech factory. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, okay, it tastes like fast food chicken nuggets. What do you mean? McDonald's has the best chicken nuggets on this earth. We all know it. They have their own signature flavor. They're very hard to describe, but these were exactly like them. Super crunchy, fried to perfection. I'm shook. 10 out of 10. If I get to eat those every day, I will dance like Pennywise right now in the middle of the room. Next up, we got mac and cheese. Look at the crust on top of it. Are you kidding me? Oh my. Oh my. Girlies, I'm realizing I'm gonna have to split the buffet into 2 separate meals because there's too many stations and the food is actually kind of good. I want to try it all. This mac and cheese is not the most flavorful mac and cheese ever, but it tastes extremely fresh. There's a really strong, simple mozzarella cheesiness to it. I do wish they used some sharp cheeses because even though you have to handle them with caution and safety, those are my favorite cheeses. The ones that really have a tang and a poo-pow flavor. This is kind of like light cheesiness, but it's still very cheesy. And the sauce itself does have a homemade texture to it. And then the crusty cheese on top tastes like the roof of an Asiago bagel. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. Not the best mac and cheese ever, but it tastes real. Now, lasagna. A lot of you girlies know I'm a lasagna stan. If it's got layers, it's going into my lining, my stomach lining, in case you haven't taken biology. So grateful. This is gonna be a good trip. I feel, oh, I got chills on my face. Now, okay, there's one critique with that. The beef itself tastes processed, it does. I don't know if it is. I don't want the royal family coming for me, okay? But it tastes a little bit like Chef Boyardee. And I know that he once was the Queen's chef, but he's not at the same point in his career. He's living in a metal can. So I did not love the beef itself, but it really didn't bother me because the sauce was so flavorful. There was like a red wine tomatoey tanginess to the sauce that was so rich and made it taste like a sit-down restaurant lasagna and not like a buffet lasagna. It's crazy. And the noodles were perfectly soft, almost cakey. I love that. And the cheese was very creamy. And it really went so well with that tangy sauce. They balanced each other out. Like a seesaw, if it wasn't always going up and down, it was just flat. 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 if Chef Boyardee stayed out of my business.
For my third plate, I got some yellow dal and some fried veggie dumplings.
So I know this is the tiniest third course of all time, but I am getting kind of full. I want to save room for dessert. And now that I'm having 2 meals at the buffet, I don't feel like I have to try every single thing. Okay, so chill. Why are you so on edge? I'm sorry. I already did that bit. Don't make me do it again. Okay, so this is yellow dal. I don't know what that means, so I'm assuming it means lentils, because it looks like lentils to me, and I love lentils. Okay. Simple. You know, this is the problem that I have with reality. I feel like a lot of the times when people make healthy food, they don't try. They're like, it's healthy. The people that eat it don't expect flavor. They expect a very long life. But the truth is, healthy people deserve flavor too, even if they're pretentious. I'm just kidding. I like to think of myself as healthy when I'm not filming once in a while. I'm not pretentious, but I just feel like it's lacking seasoning. It all tastes fresh. It tastes like a fresh lentil stew with the tiniest hint of curry flavor. I just want a much louder flavor. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, fried vegetable dumpling. Mushrooms, mushrooms, fungus, shower tile. I'm not eating that, but it's not bad. I have a bias against mushrooms. I know as a food critic, I'm not supposed to have a bias against anything, but I'm not like the other girls. I break the rules. And I really hate mushrooms. There are chunks of mushrooms in here, but I gotta say, these do taste really, really fresh. So many times, dumplings have a very mushy, filling texture. Like all the veggies are just kind of like a mashed blob on the inside. But with this, they're all chopped up. You can see the pieces of each veggie, and I find that very impressive. Other than the mushroom, it has a typical kind of garlic, green onion, slight ginger flavor to it. Nothing amazing, but not bad either. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. Not the best plate, but everything else has been so good that we're just gonna act like this plate did not exist. You are banished to mediocre metropolis once again.
And for dessert, I got this bread pudding with chocolate sauce. And I also got this blueberry layered cake.
So you girlies know, bread pudding is my absolute favorite dessert. If I could eat one dessert forever, I would say give me the loaf. But when the nice lady scooped up my cube Minecraft-shaped piece of bread pudding, I noticed that it looked like eggs. It's giving full omelet, and I just don't understand how that could be. So I'm about to answer the age-old question. Is it bread pudding or is it quiche? No one's ever asked that in their whole lives. So let's see. Oh, it's so jiggly. Oh, it's like my thigh when I jump up and down. Get out of my face. Something had to be gross. The bread pudding was like, I'll do it this time. I will disgust the bald-headed YouTuber. I'm grateful that the bread pudding is keeping me humble. The chocolate sauce is great. Tastes a little bitter in like a nice, real dark chocolate way. But genuinely, the bread pudding didn't just look like egg. It tasted like a sweet egg. Like there was no bread in that bite. Maybe it wasn't mixed properly. Maybe someone's trying to ruin your highness's day. It worked. It did. So that was disgusting. 0 out of 10. I'm still very grateful for this meal so far because it's been great. Okay, we are not going into the depths of despair. I refuse. Now let's try this blueberry cake. It was in the sugar-free, gluten-free section. So, oh my God. Gluten? We don't know her. Who needs that? That's one of the best buffet cakes I ever did have. My only complaint is that the cake itself, like the little cake layers, are a tiny bit dry, but it's probably just missing that gluten-y bounce, you know? All the bounciness was in the Minecraft omelet. It was greedy with it, but otherwise it was incredible. It tasted like a blueberry shortcake. It was overall barely sweet. The frosting was just whipped cream, which I prefer. And the blueberry layers tasted like blueberry pie filling, and the cake tasted like vanilla cake. It was so simple, but so delicious. 9 out of 10, so strong. So I would say that this buffet was 80% good, which is a much higher percentage than any other cruise buffet I've been to. So I'm so impressed with Princess so far. Now it's time to see my room. My quarters. I think I got the room with like a window, and it was like $1,000 overall. So that's a pretty good price, I feel. So I'm ready for the week. Let's go, girls. So my room is 5304. Look at the little map thingy. I'm the very last one. Am I at the tip of the ship? Because the tip is always the best part. Oh, that's my suitcase. I did not even have to explore. Hello. I always get so awkward when people pass by. So I guess I'm not at the tip. That's fine. I got my hopes up for nothing, but it's fine. I'm sure it's gonna be very nice still. And I'm realizing that the rooms have screens on the outside. My door just unlocked by itself. It could sense me? This technology is too advanced. I'm becoming a cyborg. Oh my gosh, it has my face on it. It has the terrible picture that I took when I was half asleep at home. Okay, let's just go in. Hello? Oh my God. Oh my God. Girlies, I've seen a lot of cruise rooms, and I've even stayed in 2 suites now. I'm a classy broad, what can I say? And I've never walked into this much elegance. What in the world? Wait, okay, let's just, wait, oh my medallion is hanging by my lobe. Let's get it together, girls, okay? Let's just start the trip off with a nice little salsa in my tiny hallway. Oh, I feel like it's like a music video. I've never done that before. There's a first time for everything. This is what I just walked into. You're not ready? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Girlies! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. We have a boudoir. I've always wanted one. Am I like in a suite by accident? Like what happened? This is supposed to be just the typical room, but like why is it so nice looking? You know, it has, oh my gosh. They have the little reading lights, which I'm never going to use in my lifetime, but these are typically reserved for suites and penthouses. Anyone can just read now? That's incredible. I'm going to start to learn. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, we're going to start at the door. Oh, they put some little stickers for me? Did they do that special because they know I'm a taste tester? Probably. They put candies. Am I supposed to lick it like the walls in Willy Wonka? Maybe. I'll try that later. And then we have a bell for Taco Bell for sure, and a firework for Katy Perry's plastic bag self. There's a lot of drawers here that's very nice, so we can just look inside. Any Last of Us mold? No. Oh. No, that's just the natural shape of the oak. Honestly, it smells like a fresh piece of IKEA. I really enjoy that. And then here we have the closet. It's always hard looking back in my past. I'm sorry. Okay, we have a shopping bag so we can purchase things. We have some paper bags for sandwiches. And there's a light in here that's very nice, very high end. And this is a little table if you brought your pet squirrel. He can eat right there. Now this bed, let's just talk about it. Okay, they gave me not 2, not 4, but 6 pillows. They said, today you will be surrounded by the devil's favorite number. And I said, I don't really like that, but I do like comfort. So that's a nice compromise. These lighting fixtures look very, oh, they have a marble aesthetic, like a Greek statue. All it's missing is the tiny little gherkin. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Why do you watch me? Why do you watch me? And then we have the headboard, which goes all the way to the roof. So if you have a really big head, it'll fit. And we have this gorgeous, what is this called? Bed scarf. Mr. Tumnus, you lost something. I think I have it. And then we have a huge TV. That might be the biggest cruise TV I've ever seen. That is just stunning, love. And then here we have this stunning section. I really like this section. I feel like this is the part that looks really high end. We have a couch that looks like it's made out of velvet. Isn't velvet like horse or something? I don't know, but oh, it's very plush. I literally sunk in. I feel like I'm in Get Out. Is that a feather? Girlies, there's a feather. Make a wish. I can't tell you what it was, but I wish that my head would stop balding. Now, why are there feathers around here? Did someone have a pillow fight? Were the pillows full of pigeon feathers? I feel like that lady in Home Alone 2, the one that's misunderstood. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh. That one wasn't even a wish, it was just a hope. And we have this gorgeous marble table. It looks very heavy, is it? Oh my gosh, it's extremely heavy. That's amazing. That's a sign of quality and luxury. Wait, that's a whole feather right there. Oh my gosh, what's going on? And here we have a gorgeous little desk with a chair that has a backrest. A lot of these cruises just give you a stool without a backrest, but Princess said, we care about your posture because princesses never slouch, in the words of Julie Andrews. I think she said that right. And we have this gorgeous mirror with lighting built in. Where's the switch for that? Wow. Pose, 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 pose. Work it, smoochie. High fashion, couture, Old Navy. And here we have some drawers. Okay, that one actually opens. This one does not. It's just wood. I hate illusions and trickery. If it looks like a drawer, it better be a drawer. Here we have, oh, a blow dryer that looks like a super thick banana. That does not match the Greek statue aesthetic. Let's just say that. Now, this is my favorite part of the whole room so far. I'm obsessed with this little boudoir seat. So I'm thinking that the life vests are under there. So this seat is not only fashionable, oh, it can also save you. That is so amazing. It couldn't save Rose and Jack, but yeah, there is no but. It's just very sad. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've always wanted. Other cruises have had like windowsills you could sit on, but like they didn't have a cushion on them. They were just like, if you want to sit, sit. It's not going to be comfortable, but it's up to you. But this one is made for sitting. It's made for lounging. I'm not getting up. This is great. So if you need the life jackets, go to Party City, grab some balloons or something, because you're not getting them from here. Okay, now it's time for the most important part of the tour, the shower. You girlies know I'm not a bougie queen. I'm a bougie prince, but not a queen. And my only high maintenance request on any cruise is that the shower just be enjoyable, just be functional. You know, I've been on one too many cruises where the shower is part of the floor. And I'm grateful for those cruises too, but I'm just saying that because I'm a good person. They were horrible. I'm just hoping this shower is a good one. Please, blink, blink. Ooh, the thermostat, mama. There's a lot more buttons than your typical cruise thermostat. We love. Okay. Where's the shower? Oh! Oh God. This is perfect. It has a glass door. It reminds me a lot of like a sweet shower. Look at the tiles. It does not feel like your typical cruise shower. There's a little drain in the corner. There's the little foot thingy in case if you have to shave your hairy, monstrous legs, which I never have. I know it's disgusting. We have shampoo, conditioner. Oh my gosh, I'm just so shook. This is stunning. And the fact this is like the baseline room is kind of crazy. And then we have a gorgeous mirror with the same type of fancy lighting. Where's the switch? Where's the switch? Stunning fluorescents that make my eyes look piss yellow like Edward's in Twilight. We have some shelving here, a little sink. That sink is quite small, and I do have man hands that work on the farm, so I hope they fit. I am just so happy. I adore this room. I have literally zero complaints besides the feathers sprinkled everywhere. This is probably the nicest non-suite cruise room I've ever been in. I'm just so grateful, and I could not be here without you guys, so thank you so much. Girlies, so this little detail is kind of a gag. They have these little knobs next to the door that you can hang your medallion on, and they're magnetized. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Another thing I noticed, there's so many outlets. There's one with a USB thingy and the other little one. It's the I don't know what that one's called, but there's that one there, and over here, and here. I've been on too many cruises where I just had to stand next to the desk as I charged my phone because there just weren't enough outlets. I was living in the colonial times. Who knew? Also, we are moving all of a sudden. Love that. Look at her go. She's so fast. Look at the beach, it shines with ease. Look at the building made by man. Look at the... So pretty, guys, I'm so excited. Wow, isn't the ocean beautiful right after sunset? But the truth is the sun never set. We're in it. We're in it. Okay. Hey girlies, so it's dinner time. I've been editing up a storm being a boss brand businessman. We are going to the main dining. I have a private table reserved. That's not like a VIP thing. I just did that ahead of time to make sure I was sitting alone. And the main dining restaurant is actually called Eclipse. So I'm hoping I don't run into any wolves or Victoria with her flaming hot Cheeto hair. If you don't understand those references, it doesn't matter. And I didn't change my clothes because I'm just hoping they do not enforce any kind of dress code. I just want to be me. I want to show off these gorgeous calves. They're the only part of me that's toned. I'm very proud of them.
Jacob? I mean, we're here at the Eclipse dining room, the free option on the ship, girlies. Even though it's free, it was still quite chic and decadent on the inside. Kind of like a Hot Pocket. You know, the inside is the best part and the hottest. This is the menu. As you can see, there's a lot of appetizer options, entree options. I did get 2 appetizers because I can. So that's what I did. I take what I want. What am I saying? And they also give me a lot of bread and some butter.
Girlies, the vibe of this place is very like 1920. I expected something. 1920, wasn't that like a time of despair? No, not 1920, like very like vintage but bougie. We have a golden handle here encrusted in 80 carats. That might have germs on it. I gotta say, everything here is so easy. I checked into my reservation. I just scanned my little beep bop boo piece of meat and they were like, Mr. Timothy, and I said, that's me. Enchanté. I'm here. It's just been so great. The only thing that could ruin this moment is terrible food. So let's hope that doesn't happen. We have some bread, some assorted rolls. There's a wheat one, but of course I'm not going for that. I'm going for this shiny processed flour globe. That's what I get for being trash. Let's try another one. Let's try the healthier one. You know, if you're someone that likes crusty bread, but you like it extra crusty, you like the crust going all the way through, you're gonna love this. Personally, me, I like a balance. I like crust on the outside, a fluffy filling, a yeast center. Both rolls were so extremely hard that they were enjoyable to chew. So the texture was all off, but I gotta say, the flavors were good. So there's still hope. This one tasted like a baguette that was sitting overnight outside, maybe for 30 nights. And then this one tasted like a delicious like sesame stick, which is once again too crusty. The butter was very salty though, very cold. So love the flavor, hate the texture. 4 out of 10 for both.
For my appetizers, I got the green chili and corn soup, and I also got the shrimp cocktail, or should I say tails, because there's 4 of them.
Go ahead. It feels great to make you proud. You girlies know I'm not super into seafood, but I do enjoy shrimp here and there. Now, shrimp cocktail is another level. This is cold shrimp with a cold sauce, so I've never taste tested it on my channel, but I thought, you know what? The girlies would want me to be brave, and if I'm brave, I will get praise, and if I get praise, my ego inflates. So it's a win-win. This is called Princess Shrimp Cocktail. Princess Shrimp is the nicest princess in all of Oceanictopia. So let's try it. Shall I use my prawns? Is that what they call it? Let's dip it into the shrimp cocktail sauce. Oh, you're cold. I'm sorry. I only have one thing to say. 4 tails stand in front of me. I only have one photo. I loved that. Also, what is this lettuce? Is this just lettuce? The cocktail sauce kind of acts as a French dressing. Je m'appelle crustaceo. I really like the shrimp themselves. They're very plain. Like there's no seasoning. There's nothing. They're just cold shrimp, but they're very tender. And I think that the sauce has enough flavor to carry them. The sauce is incredible. It's sort of like a ketchup meets a Greek dressing mixed together with some extra sweetness. And it goes so well with that pathetic little fish. 8 out of 10. Okay, I'm a shrimp cocktail fan. Who would have thought? Now this is a green chili corn soup. I expected more of a chowdery looking soup, but this still looks really good. It just kind of looks like salsa in a bowl, and I'm here for it. Ah. Great so far. Thank you so much. I'm making friends. I like it. You know, it is missing something, but it's enjoyable. It does. Oh. It literally does taste like a corn chowder mixed with a green salsa. It has a slight cilantro flavor and a green chili flavor, obviously, and a slight tanginess, which is adding to the salsa effect, and it's salted well. I just feel like it's missing a creaminess, maybe even just a dollop of daisy right on top. It's just a little too translucent for me. I feel like I'm looking into a green chili corn window. And then we have a little like red peppers in here that do add a slight change in texture, but it's still lacking just a little bit. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's good enough, I guess, for a princess. I'm a princess? Shut up.
For my entree, I got the jerked pork tenderloin, and I didn't realize the double camera was on. But honestly, I was still working it. I was still serving and giving, just like this food. It came with black beans, rice, and asparagus.
So this smells so good. It's called jerked pork tenderloin. You've heard of jerk chicken, right? It's a little bit of a different name, but I'm very excited about this. Oh, and it has beans, rice, and asparagus. Oh, and collard greens as well. Mmm. Well, as you can see, I couldn't even eat it. It wasn't up to my standards, and I loved it so much. I loved it. I'm joking. I tricked you. That was one of the best. Oh my gosh, my napkin. Okay, get in the medallion. Stay there. That was the best main cruise dining meal I've ever had, I think. Because, okay, the bar's not very high. Main cruise dining is typically quite mediocre at best. This was fantastic. Let me explain. Because it's my job to do that. Pork tenderloin a lot of the times is flavorless because it's such a thick log of beef. No, not beef. It's a big brick of pig, you know, and so it's hard to infuse it with flavor. But the seasonings on the outside were so strong. It was that perfect jerk flavor with a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of heat, a little bit of cinnamon, and a lot of saltiness that really carried the whole blob to Flavor Town. It was like, just a couple more steps, and it did it. It also was not dry at all. It was a little pink in the middle. I feel like that's okay, right? Is that? I don't know. I'm gonna Google afterwards, but whatever happens, it was worth it. It was so juicy compared to other pork tenderloins I've had. I'm so impressed. And then the rice, beans, and collard greens all kind of mixed together. Gosh, I sound like Dr. Seuss. And they tasted so cohesive and honestly homemade. The collard greens had a bit of a limey flavor to them, and they were so tender. And then the beans had a slight smoky flavor and a strong onion garlic flavor as well. And the rice was so fresh and fluffy. I'm shook. 10 out of 10. Princess might be the best cruise when it comes to food. We still have 3 full days left, so future me will be the judge of that.
For my dessert, I got the sugar-free lemon pie. Oh, look at the droplets.
This looks like a modern art. You know, it looks like one of those paintings where like the person's face is like, and their nose is going this way, but their eye is up here and their mouth is here. You know what I'm talking about? No, it's a thing. I swear it. Anyways, this looks so good. This is a sugar-free lemon cream pie. I didn't get it because it's sugar-free. It's sugar-free because I got it. I got it because I'm just craving a lemon pie. That sounds so good right now. Let's see. Okay, I taste the lack of sugar, but it's good. I want every droplet. So it's giving a lemon meringue pie, but just a lot lighter. There's a lemon curd type of stuff on the bottom, which I really loved. That was like the rich part of it, and like a cookie crust underneath. Love that too. The topping was the part that did taste a tiny bit empty, but still good. It was like a big meringue, but less creamy, more marshmallowy with a very light sweetness. If it was just a tiny bit sweeter, it would have been perfect. The perfect dessert, to be honest. So I'm gonna still give it an 8 out of 10. That meal was a full slay. I'm so grateful to be here. Oh my gosh, girlies! 1802!
Oh, at least I know I look crazy, okay? It's the morning. I just woke up because that's what people usually do in the mornings. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time opening my eyes because they're very sensitive and dry. And the sun coming into the sun is very bright. This is sun inception. Last night I took a shower. It was great. I think one of the top 3 best cruise showers I've ever used. So grateful for it. I love it. Now the bed is very comfortable. I slept great. Besides the fact that the pillow is a little mushy. Now it might be the pigeon feathers, so I get it, but they're too mushy. I used 2 of them and my head is still like going through them to the mattress. Now, I know there's a lot of older girlies on this Princess Cruise, right? So I'm gonna ask my older girly viewers, do you guys like mushy pillows? Is that like a thing? Now, I feel like an old soul, okay? I have dry eye, a massive thyroid, I have a dermatitis on my face, but I think my scalp still has some collagen left. So I don't know if it's reacting well to this oatmeal textured pillow. Let me know, okay? And in about 20 years, once my age has caught up to my issues, I will come back on a Princess Cruise, I will test out the pillow, and I might say, this is the best pillow I've ever used. And I know a lot of my girlies out there are older, and you guys are literally my favorite people in the world because you're the sweetest to me. I feel like I have 200 mothers on top of my own wonderful mother. Oh my gosh, she's being squished. So girlies, this is my OOTD. What do we think? I know, it probably makes you want to go bowling real bad. I get it. Now, I did not realize it looked like a bowling shirt until it arrived. But the good news is I look like a professional bowler, not an amateur. And that's all I need in life. Also, it is very wrinkly, but so is your husband's huevo sack. So what's the problem? You see that every day. This is the schedule for today. So it's a day at sea. We are eating at 3 places, okay? We have the International Cafe for breakfast. We're gonna probably get a sandwich or a pastry, something simple, small and dainty, because we are saving room for lunch. We are most likely going back to the main dining to try their lunch menu. Now, the lunch does not have any reservations. So I have to walk in and say, hi, can I sit alone? So I'm really looking forward to that. And then for dinner, we're eating at a specialty restaurant. You'll see what it is later. Also, we are starting our ship exploration moment today. We have 3 days to explore it. So let's go, girlies. Let's start this day of eating and joy. My 2 favorite things. Oh, I can sit here.
Oh, the sun's really bright. Ow!
Fun fact, water is not actually blue. It's blue because it's water. This is the International Cafe, and as you can see, they stopped serving breakfast the moment I arrived. But they did still have some pound cakes left out, so I got 2 of them. I got the strawberry one and another one with a very crazy name.
I understand that things have to change between us now. I understand that I was late for my career. I didn't wake up early enough and I missed breakfast. And if I'm not doing my job, what else am I? Nothing. Dirt on the floor. So I hope I can earn your trust back. I understand if I can never, but at least they had some pound cakes drying out on the side that were left there. So I did get 2 of those, 1 pound for each love handle. I'm very hyped about this. We have a strawberry one and something called zabadabadabadabadabadabado. Wait, what was it called? Zaboomafoo? No. Zabaglione pound cake. I'm gonna call it zabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabadabad Let's try this. Ba. What's behind me? Oh, it's a pillar. It looks like a fountain from here. I was about to throw a penny in and make a wish, but I already made my wish on a feather, so it's gone now. Wow. So because this is the international cafe, I'm gonna say my critique in the 5 different languages that I know fluently. Je m'appelle taco belle, bella, italiano, empanada, Wiener Schnitzel, fabuloso, cleaning product, aloha. Aloha. Let me translate that. It was incredible. Both cakes are extremely moist, more moist than your typical pound cakes. And I found that so endearing. The strawberry one did not have that really processed strawberry cake flavor. It tasted like real strawberries blended in. I'm not even joking. The quality was impeccable. I know it's probably just packaged straight out of some clear film, but it might not be because it really doesn't taste it. I swear. Perfectly sweet. And then the blah 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 was even better. It had this slight like liqueur flavor to it and almost a creaminess within the flavor itself that just set it apart from every other pound cake. It was like, I'm gonna be sitting over here. All the other pound cakes can sit over there. 10 out of 10 for both. I love being an international traveler. It is time to start our cruise tour, and girlies, there's 21 decks. This really is the biggest ship. Well, you know, from Princess. I've been on the biggest Royal Caribbean. Been there, done that, old news, you know, but it was actually kind of tiny. Because there's 21 decks, we are doing 7 decks a day. So let's start at the top and do 21 to 14.
So the elevator actually only went up to the 19th floor. Also, it smelled like the stinkiest everything bagel seasoning armpit I've ever smelled. So this is the 19th deck. I couldn't find a way up higher, so I just kind of filmed it for you from the 19th deck, if that makes sense. What am I saying? Am I making sense to you at all? Maybe you're the problem. Keep up. And there's like a tennis court situation type feel type moment right there, and a walking path, which was pretty packed. There were lots of people jogging, and then I saw that one of the glasses was shattered like Cinderella's Sketcher. And this is the main pool area. Of course, it's always hard to film these areas, but this is the best I can do. As you can see, there's a big sign that says Sun Princess, and there's multiple pools, a lot of people just tanning like rotisserie chickens spinning around. We are now on the 18th floor. There's a relaxing area here. We also have some binoculars if you want to take a closer look at water. Personally, I just open up my Dasani bottle and I just put it up to my eye. This is the spa, and they also have a hairdressing area if you want to get a blunt bob to go with your blunt bang. And this is the fitness center. This was also packed. I feel like this is a very active, very health and wellness focused group of people on this cruise. And I wish I fit in, but I don't. This is the dome, so it's like the centerpiece of the cruise, even though it's on the tip of it. As you can see, it's a dome of windows, kind of like the computer program, but less technological. But speaking of technology, they had these waterfalls that were flat. Give them a BBL right now. And this is the little outside food court area. They have Lido Tacos, Lido Grill for burgers and hot dogs. They also have Lido Greens for the green giants out there, and Lido Slice, which is strictly only for Giada when she's on board. Otherwise, they're closed. And this is coffee and cones. They have ice cream cones, coffee, and a random massive cake that was display only that I wanted to eat. Now, this is a specialty restaurant that I couldn't get reservations for. It's called Love by Brito. Oh my gosh, Brito, like the water filter. And decks 16 to 14 were all just laundromats and signature lounges for the first class people, not for me. And so part 1 of our cruise exploration is over. We're now gonna have lunch at Solil Dining Room. This is the other main dining free experience. This is the menu. Anyways, I got 2 appetizers because I'm not getting dessert. I got the roasted cauliflower and also the summer roll, which I'm eating in spring. It feels wrong, but I'm so excited. Now, the restaurant was super quiet and the couple next to me weren't talking at all. So I felt like I couldn't talk because I would be making too much noise. So I was very quiet during this taste test. I'm sorry about that, girlies. I'm polite. What can I say?
Okay, girlies, so I did get some dainty appetizers because, to be honest, those pound cakes really filled me up. Yep, they're in there, right on the handle. I'm like a bike. So this first item is the roasted cauliflower with herbed tahini and lemon smoked paprika. Let's squeeze the lemon right on. Looks a little dried, but I'm sure there's at least a droplet in here. Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming. It looked completely dehydrated. Oh my goodness, that is the best cauliflower I've ever had. You know, so many people turn their cauliflower into rice. They try to make it something it's not. They try to make it conform to society so it's edible. At the end of the day, cauliflower doesn't need your acceptance. It needs to be itself. And I'm so proud of it right now. It said, I'm cauliflower. Look at me sprout. That is so tender. The cauliflower is fresh, so roasted, perfectly soft. And it has a tiny bit of a crunchiness on the very outside, just a hint, but it's not fried. So they must have sprayed it with a lot of EVOO in the words of Rachel Ray. And it was seasoned with this smoky paprika. There's a bug. There's a bug at sea. Every time I see a bug on the cruise, I'm like, this is the adventure of a lifetime for you, isn't it? Oh, you're so sweet. I'm just gonna let it be. Enjoy the crumbs on my plate. And then the lemon brightened everything up, and the tahini was incredible. It's very tangy and very creamy and a little bit nutty, like the professor, but less smart. Because he's so smart and he's really good at VFX makeup. Is that the movie where he turns into a lady? I don't know. People call me ma'am. What am I saying? It was just incredible. The best, I think, vegetables I've ever had in my life. That's crazy. The bar's not high because I'm not a horse, but okay, I'm done with the bug now. I'm sorry. I'm excited for this one. So this is a summer roll. It is some rice paper that's full of different vegetables. And then it has this peanut sauce to dip it into. So let's see. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, there was a lot of raw onion in there, like red onion. So my halitosis is gonna be toxic for the rest of the day. It's okay with me, I'm traveling alone. The only person that's gonna smell it is my little bug companion. I liked it. Was it anything extraordinary? Of course not. It's crunchy vegetables in a very gooey, ooey rice wrapper. There's not much more to say about the roll itself. Everything did taste very fresh though. Freshly chopped, freshly grown, using the rays of the sun. The ship, not the actual sun. And this peanut sauce is pretty fantastic. It's almost like a peanut vinaigrette. It's a little bit tangy, a little bit sweet. It has a strong peanut flavor. It also has a strong garlic flavor, and it goes so well with the wrap. It's kind of giving handheld salad, and I'm not mad at that. A crouton would have been nice though. So I'm gonna give it a nice 6.5 out of 10. Nothing amazing, but I enjoyed it.
And for my entree, I got the Mediterranean meatballs.
So these look good, but there is a bucket of oil on top of them. Now, if it's high quality olive oil, I will drink it up. I know that's really good for me. If it's canola, I will probably also still have to drink it up, but not by choice, just because it's on top of it. But I'm excited because these might look like a basic meatball moment, but they're not really, okay? They're Mediterranean beef and pork meatballs, 2 animals of the kingdom. And they come with tomato sauce, potato, and cheese. Let's just go in. Ooh. I think I just ate a whole leaf, but it's fine with me. Foliage is made to be chewed, said the giraffe. I really loved that. I really The main dining is incredible on Princess. They did honestly taste like an Italian meatball with a very light twist. There was a slight sweet cinnamon spice flavor to them, which was, I think, the spices from Greece. That really made it taste more like Mediterranean, you know? And the tomato sauce did not have an Italian seasoning flavor. It just tasted like fresh tomatoes. And the meatballs were so incredibly tender. Like, melts in your mouth. I know that the cow and the pig that were in that never thought that they would melt in someone's mouth so easily, but that is what happened. So, and then the mashed potatoes were very dense and simple, but they were flavored so well with the tomato sauce. It really was so cohesive. And it felt like one, once again, homemade dish. And the cheese added some richness and some extra saltiness, just incredible. 9.5 out of 10. I did not get dessert, by the way, because I had so much bun cake earlier. No, wait, not bun cake, pound cake. Have you ever had a bun cake? Was it a pound cake? Right. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Sorry, I was just enjoying the view. I can see absolutely nothing. We are about to go eat at the first specialty restaurant of the trip, and it's called Butcher's Block. Sounds... I'm sorry, when I hear something related to meat, I have to growl. Like a man. It's what men do. It's what I live for. Oh my God, what just happened? Something possessed me, that wasn't me. So shall we get going, my love? Let's go.
Girlies, look at this wonderful couple dancing. You're gonna see them more throughout the video. They were always dancing. I don't think they ever sat down, but they were so wonderful. It made me so happy. This is where we're eating, the Butcher's Block by Dario. So basically, I went inside. It was really pretty. They had a whole cow and also parts of cows, so that was fun. And this was my table. They gave me some Italian butter, oil, salt, and a random bowl of vegetables, okay? And this nice man explained to us what the meal was gonna be like.
You will not gonna have any menus on your hand. Whatever's on the menu, we will send it to you automatically on your table.
Did you hear the disappointment in the crowd? I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, the staff was so nice, and they did a steak fashion show. Yes! Work it, Smoochie. Look at that filet mignon. It's serving fierce high fashion realness.
Girlies, I'm here. I'm at the Butcher's Block, okay? This is a unique restaurant. I don't get to pick what I eat, which I did not know about. They're just gonna serve me a lot of beef and say, eat it. Hello. How are you? Good. Apparently, I'm having beef carpaccio, which is raw beef. I'm also having beef tartare, which is raw beef. Beef tartare is a first for me. I've never had that. I've always avoided it at all costs because I think there's an egg yolk on it as well, right? I hope not. Which came first, the chicken or the cow? Both. But let's start the meal with these appetizers. We have a bowl of scraps. I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm able to compost things, and I also feel like a pig that is being given the extras after Nona cooked family dinner. And then we also have a present. Feels like bread. Grazie. And there's also Italian butter. Never had that. Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
This is the steak tartare crumb up close.
I'm so scared right now. But I'm grateful he gave me the tiniest portion of all time. But let's first quickly try the Italian butter with this bread. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? I think I'll just use the olive oil, sir. Very nice. So this is the Italian butter up close. It looks like cookies and cream ice cream. It does not taste like that. I don't know if that's really butter. Is that something else? Because it has a hairy texture. It reminds me of my back. Just covered in fur, you know, and in patches. The texture's literally kind of like hairy in like a almost like fibrous way, like ginger, but it's spreadable. And it honestly just tasted like fat with herbs. I know butter is fat. I know that. I get it. But it tasted like pig fat or something. I don't know. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Thank you so much. That's perfect. Thank you.
And this is the steak carpaccio up close. What do we think?
So yeah, the Italian butter was no bueno, no bella, no bella. But I love the bread. Tastes like fresh sourdough type bread. And the olive oil, delicious. Okay, let's dig into the meat. Oh wait, I have to try my scraps. A carrot. Onion. This is how the Grinch feels on a special occasion. Okay, so I have my little Triton here. I'm gonna command the seas and I'm gonna try the carpaccio first. I have had carpaccio once. It was at Disney World and I kind of liked it, but it had like big shreds of Parmesan cheese with it and like arugula. This is just more the meat by itself, but when in Rome. I've never wanted to eat celery, but I need something to break up the texture. This is demonic. I can't chew it. I can't chew it. Oh, that's a big blob. I preferred the Italian butter. So when I had the carpaccio last time, like I said, it was with other strong flavors that really balance it out. This really just tasted like raw meat with olive oil and salt. But that's not the worst part. The texture was the worst part. There were so many tendons and tenderloins and different pieces in there, the connective cow that really turned it into a blob of beef-flavored bubble gum in my mouth, and it would not break up. And I have really strong teeth, okay? I have caveman ancestors, as we all do, and even I couldn't break it up. Now, hopefully, the tartare, it's easier to chew. I'm gonna give that a 1 out of 10. I did enjoy the olive oil, so the 1 point is for that. Let's try the tartare. Let's get a little crumb. How about that? This is just, this is just ground beef. I feel like a golden retriever on its birthday. I thought I was going to a regular steakhouse. I thought I was going to a Longhorns and not a short one. The tartare tastes like metal and garlic, a lot of garlic. I love garlic, but I don't like metal. I understand. If you're a fan of tartare and carpaccio, you're probably gonna love this and you're probably thinking Timmy is so low class. He's trash. I agree, but also I just can't get into it. I can't get into it. So I'm just gonna leave that on my plate next to my Triton. Those are the 2 appetizers, by the way. That's it. I'm grateful.
Here we have some more meat. I'm not exactly sure which meat this is, but they also gave me some beans with olive oil soup or something.
I would like to apologize to Dario. Sir, I'm sorry that I didn't like the meat because it was raw. I understand now that every course is gonna be meat, 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 meat. So you were just trying to stick to the theme. And also, I love your name because it's Mario with a D. And of course, the D is fire. So I am so excited to try this. I hope it's better. Also, they gave me a complimentary bottle of wine. It's on every table. But you girlies know I'm on a work trip. I'm not gonna get crazy, so we're not drinking that. I'm very grateful though, but they can save it. They can put it back. Let's first try this bean soup. Looks simple, but I love beans. A lot of fiber in there. I want to be happy. I'm sorry, you know, they taste like beans with a hint of a bay leaf garlic flavor and a strong olive oil flavor, but otherwise there's not much going on. And you girlies know I'm half Cuban. I like my beans with some sazon, you know? And I feel like this is lacking that. Also, the beans are a little hard. So I'm gonna eat them because I love beans, but they could be a lot better, you know? 5 out of 10. Let's try this steak. I don't know which cut this is. I didn't ask, but it's part of the cow. That's all you gotta know. Okay, the whole table is shaking. I'm so relieved. That's good. It's good. It has a very like clean steak flavor on the inside, and the outside has a gorgeous salty charred crust that has a lot of simple steak flavor, you know? So I'm not like gooped, but I'm enjoying this for sure. Que linda. I'm gonna give that a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you. Dario, I knew it was fire.
Now these are chunks of the cow belly. I zoomed in to the blubber and it looked like a little penguin was on it.
So the nice man put a blob of fat on my plate and I said, what is this? And he said, it's the belly. And I said, okay, I get it. Because that's where all of my fat collects as well. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna avoid the fat though. There's some meat on it. So hopefully it's amazing. Ooh, it falls apart. Okay. You know when you're eating like a short rib and there's one blob of fat that you couldn't see, but you eat it and it just kind of like dissolves in your mouth and just becomes a puddle of grease surrounding your uvula? That's what just happened with this, but I think like that's the whole thing. Because I chose the meatiest part and it was, I'm good, thank you though. He asked me if I wanted more, I feel bad. I'm a people pleaser. I'll say, yes, sir, more fat, please. But even I cannot hide my true feelings. And flavor-wise, it doesn't taste like much. It just tastes like beef with no seasonings on it. I think I'm the problem. I think I'm just not used to these things. What's wrong with me? Timmy, what's wrong with you? Stop it.
This was some sort of other flap. I'm not even sure. Just some more meat and some vegetables.
Let's try the veggies. This is what the cow was fed before it got to the plate. So this is kind of like evolution throughout the dinner courses. I love that. Broccoli and cauliflower. Okay, they're not bad. Do they taste just like bird's eye frozen vegetables? Let me think about that. Under his eye. Yes, they do. I prefer my vegetables roasted or grilled. These taste like they've just been maybe boiled or steamed. And that's fine, but I think that when a vegetable is not like roasted, it has to have a good sauce on it or something. And this just tastes like it has a little bit of butter and a little bit of garlic once again. So it's not bad, obviously. It's vegetables, you know, but it's a good, 4 out of 10. Let's try this salaba roast beef. I liked it. So I know that it was also basically raw on the inside, but the outside had a gorgeous charred, like coal flavor, like literal charcoal. And it was so strong that it gave all the meat flavor. It was very tender, very easy to eat, very lean, but juicy. I liked it. Once again, it's a simple flavor, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. This is a roller coaster.
Ah, look at this, girlies. They gave me fries. French fries. I've never been more grateful in my life.
Girlies, we got real food. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. Love the toppings. You know why? They taste Cuban, puppy. They really do. There's like this garlic, limey, almost like mojo topping on these fries that I love. But I have to say the fries underneath though taste very oily. But the topping literally saves them. It's salty, it's tangy, it's delicious. So I'm gonna still give them a 7 out of 10. I'm so kind. Wow.
And then they brought me some more meat. This time it's a T-bone steak chunk with a blubber wig.
You know, it's embarrassing to say this, but I don't think I've ever had a T-bone steak in my life. And that's embarrassing on multiple levels as a man that takes care of his wife, you know? It's a deep, dark secret. Only my Mima knows, and that's because she knows me the best out of anybody. What? And it's also embarrassing because my name is Timmy. T, do you get it? The alphabet, you get it? Timmy's Takeout, double T. So this is gonna be an experience. There is a massive blob of fat on it, but I'm grateful that the line between the fat and the meat is very clear. Thank you though, I'm getting so full. It's not bad, but I think I'm getting the ick. I've noticed all the meat that I've enjoyed tastes the exact same. So I feel like I'm just eating a lot of the same flavor. This tastes just like the other meats. So I'm not even gonna critique it because it is the same as the past as it is in the future. Yeah, ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, okay, I don't wanna see meat ever again in my life.
And for dessert, we have a citrus olive oil cake. It's such a huge slice. I was so shocked that it was so big.
This dessert is right up my alley. It's a citrus olive oil cake. I love olive oil cakes. They're the moistest cakes in all the land. It's been a long night, a lot of courses, but this looks so good. Okay, that was amazing. It reminds me a lot of the 2 bunt pound cakes I ate in the morning, but like a citrus version. It has that same moistness and it has a simple orange flavor, but it's light. It works so well. And on the top, there was like a sugar crystal crunch, buttery flaky crispy John. And I'm just so grateful this wasn't meat. This is finally gonna push me to be vegan, so I'm so happy. That was a 10 out of 10. That was a slay. Tomorrow's gonna be a new day with a normal menu.
Good morning, girlies. I'm awake and something smells not like caca. No, something smells like burning. Which reminds me, in Little Women, when Meg is getting her hair curled and Amy says, "It smells like burnt feathers." And then Beth is over in the corner passing out from her fever. It smells like that.
Day 3 OOTD. First of all, the burning smell is gone. So I guess Meg's hair will be fine. Good for her, because in 1802, they did not have any hair restoration products. This is my outfit. What do we think? It's a new shirt and it's very 80s themed. I feel like I'm in Stranger Things. Mike, friends, don't lie. So this is the schedule for day 3. We're eating brunch at the Americana Diner. We're eating dinner at another specialty place I'll show you later. Oh, I'm so excited for it. And I might have a snack in between, we'll see. Plus, we are exploring the next third of the ship. So let's get going, shall we? Come back, dude.
Hey Diane, you wanna go down to the local diner and get a milkshake and a burger and a fry and go to the theater and watch Bye Bye Birdie? Oh my God, we're here at the Americana Diner and they have a massive cup of fake coffee that you can sit in. Another part of you can get energized. So these were the options, just the typical breakfast fare, you know. They had waffles, all that good stuff. Everything else. What am I saying, guys? It's the morning. I'm doing this voiceover. I'm a little tired. Anyways, I got some baked beans, some hash browns, scrambled eggs, sausage links, a chocolate chip pancake, a waffle with blueberry compote, and some cinnamon rolls.
Call me crazy, but is this just the buffet with a different theme? Like, is this the main buffet food, but the serving stations have a diner 60s, do the mashed potato vibe to them? Because I love it. I love it. Even if it's the same food, I love the festiveness, the theming, you know? I'll do anything for a good aesthetic. That's why I'm wearing this hideous shirt. Oh, I have a story I have to tell you. I've been forgetting to tell you this whole trip. It was a crazy moment I never saw coming. The suspense is real, right? First up, we got the scrambled eggs. Now, these look crazy. These look hideous, in the words of Glenda the Good. They just look too crumbled. They look like a vegan made them out of tofu and they said, "It tastes just like an egg, I promise." Let's see. Okay. Princess, I think we're about to have some marital issues. Diva, you know that Big Daddy likes real eggs. You know that. We've had arguments about it before, remember? I almost kicked you out of the palace, even though it's not mine. The quality so far has been so above other cruises, but this is what I expect from a carnival circus. This is giving powdered eggs. Now, are they the worst powdered eggs I've ever had? No. They actually might be the best, because they're still slightly enjoyable, but they do taste like powdered eggs. They don't taste fresh whatsoever. They have sort of a hard-boiled egg flavor, but like scrambled's version. They're not buttery, they're not salted really. I had to add the salt, and they just taste processed. So I'm gonna have to give them a 4 out of 10. Very disappointing. Now we have the baked beans. I usually just get these when I feel British, but today I didn't feel British. I was just craving beans. It's as simple as that. Oh. My farts later are gonna be bigger than Ben himself. Ben, I gotta say, I'm enjoying these beans. They are less flavorful than your typical baked beans, but I kind of am enjoying that because a lot of the times baked beans are too sweet and too rich. And I'm like, whoa, tone it down. Keira Knightley, it's a little too much, love. Oh my God. I can't do it. These ones are not too rich. They are bland, so they've gone a little too far in the opposite direction of flavor, which is despair, but I can eat more of them and not get like sick of them, you know? So, Keira, I'm gonna let you score these. Oh my God, me? What an honor. Well, my nan always says that if a bean doesn't have enough flavor, then you have to taste it a little bit more because the flavor builds. What? I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, next up, let's try the chocolate chip pancake. There's only 4 chocolate chips in here, but guess what? That's enough for little old me. As long as there's a morsel of chocolate, I'm grateful. Okay. Am I blown away? No, it tastes like any old Phoebe Buffet pancake, but I enjoyed it. Tastes like Hungry Jack with a couple chocolate chips. There's not much more to say. What else do you want me to say, huh? You want me to say it changed my life? It didn't change my life. You guys changed my life. You guys gave me this career. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10. Now we have the sausage links. I said, can I have 1 sausage link? And he gave me 2. He was like, that's a man that needs more meat. And I appreciate that. I'm so glad he gave me 2. I love those. Those are perfect breakfast sausages. You girlies. I think a whale just spoke through me. The signal is strong. You girlies know I've had a lot of issues with sausage links. I feel like there's certain ones that just kind of taste like piss. And no one does anything about it. No one does anything to stop it. But there's certain ones that taste perfect. And that's these ones. They have a ground beef texture, which is what I like. I hate sausages that have like little cartilage pieces. But this is all meat. A little greasy, but kind of like the good kind of grease, you know? And they have that strong kind of fennel breakfast sausage flavor. Incredible. 10 out of 10. The story, let me tell you. This is what happened, girlies. So to get to the port, I had to take a train, right? I take the Bright Line, love Bright Line, not sponsored by Bright Line. And I always go through security, no issue, put my little bags, my little purse, little dainty, and it's always fine. They scanned my bags and they pulled me aside and they were like, come here, come here. And I was like, I was homeschooled. I can't handle this. And the security lady looks at me and she says, are you a police officer? And I said, no, what? Me? And then she was like, okay, well, the item you have in your bag cannot be brought onto the train. And I said, what item? And she said, you know. And I was shocked, completely shocked. And I said, no, I don't. And she said, yes, you do. And then my instinct took over and I did not stutter at all. I was so proud of myself. And I said, no. I have a camera in there. Can you check? Because it's literally just a camera. And then they realized it was the girl in front of me that had it in her tiny little fanny pack. Okay. And then they told her that she couldn't get on the train, all that stuff. But it was so scary. I was like, what is going on? Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Do you watch me? I watch you all the time. So much. Girlies. Oh, she was so sweet. Girlies, I have to say, I have gotten recognized on this cruise more than any other cruise. I think the princess demographic are my girlies. And that makes me so happy because the princess girlies here have been so calm and so nice. And I love you guys so much. Next up, let's try the blueberry compote waffle. So I literally got this because I wanted to put the compote onto something. And so this is just a base for the compote for the gastrique. Listen, I'm not the biggest blueberry person. When they're raw, I feel like they taste like rotten little apples, and no one ever talks about that either, which is kind of crazy. But when they're cooked like this, I do like them a lot. That is delicious. It's a fluffy, plain old, simple waffle with basically blueberry pie filling on top. And the compote is sweet, a tiny bit tart, and it tastes very fresh. So I'm gonna give it a nice strong 8 out of 10. Now it's time for the hash brown. The beauty that has, the radiance it holds in its little hash brown hand. That is one of the best hash browns I've ever had in my life. It looks like a typical triangular hash brown. It's cosplaying as a pyramid. And I'm actually wondering, how was this hash brown built? Because it doesn't taste like it's made in a factory. It tastes really fresh. It's made up of chunks of potatoes on the inside. It kind of like falls apart when you break into it, but the outside is so crunchy. And it has sort of a loaded baked potato flavor to it. There's a strong onion flavor, almost like a sour cream creaminess that I'm loving. It makes me want to do the mashed potato again. Whoa. Pop it, lock it. 10 out of 10. Wow. So last but not least, we have the cinnamon roll. Let's see. Girlies, I expected Pillsbury. I expected that dumb little dough man to make an appearance. I'm not joking when I say that tastes like a homemade cinnamon roll from a home. You know, people say a house is not a home unless if you've baked a cinnamon roll in it. And I totally believe that. The dough itself tastes really fresh, like fresh bread. And they have this really strong brown sugar butter flavor to them and a light cinnamon flavor. They're not that cinnamony, which is kind of crazy, but it works here. It's more so focused on the buttery richness of it all. And the icing on top is sweet. It's 10 out of 10. Actually, 20 out of 10. So I gotta say, say, girlies. Even though the eggs and the beans were kind of, I think almost everything else slayed. So the breakfast buffet eats too. What is going on? So far, the only flop meal has been the meat fest. But it's now time to explore the second third of the ship. Let's go.
So as you can see, deck 14 to deck 10 only has laundromats. No rooms, no nothing, just piles and piles of laundry. And even though I love the smell of Gain, I skipped those and we are going to deck 9. So deck 9 is obviously part of the lobby and they have sort of like a theater type area so you can watch the people in the lobby have a twerk off and, you know, have different competitions. They also have the International Cafe on this floor and the eatery. We ate at both. We ate it up. This is an outside eating area next to the buffet. So if you want to eat oxygen while you eat food, this is the perfect place for you. This is Alfredo's Pizzeria. I'm resisting doing an Italian accent because I feel like I do it too much. Oh my god, the lights are crazy. Wow. Where you can buy a pizza basically. And this is the photo station if you want to get your cruise photos. There it is. Okay, log on. And here's a painting of paint. So this is a specialty restaurant called Umai. I did not eat here, but it looked really good. At least the sign looked really nice. These are the shops of Princess. So if you want to get a diamond encrusted watch or a diamond encrusted earring or a diamond encrusted loofah, you come here and you get what you want. And oh my god, I love Kate Winslet, but seeing her on a boat is not a good sign. Now this is the Sanctuary restaurant. This is for the people in first class, so I left as soon as possible because I'm not one of them and I know it. Okay, here's the shore excursions if you want to swim with a dolphin. And this is Makato Ocean. We are eating here for dinner actually. You'll see it's a specialty sushi restaurant. And just look at these high ceilings. If the Green Giant wanted to come on a cruise, he would just be so happy here. Now this is the Princess Arena. This is where the gladiators come to have a good time, have fun with their girls, you know. This arena was not just any old arena. It was an arena of the oceans. And of course, I had to take center stage. It is now time for our little quick lunch moment at the food court. So I decided to get a New York style hot dog and they gave me French fries for free.
Guys, I'm so upset. I ordered a kale, organic, grass-fed quinoa salad with my hot dog, but they gave me fries instead. Oh no, I guess I'll have to eat them. Let's see. Oh my god, those are really fresh, really simple, really salty, and really crispy. I think they're better than the Steakhouse fries. And those weren't free. These ones are. They're classic and perfect. 10 out of 10, I have no complaints. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Timmy, out of all these endless options at this food court, you chose a hot dog. Well, it's not just any old hot dog. It's a New York hot dog. And a lot of you know I grew up in New York. I'm just kidding. I felt like lying. I've only been there once for a few days, but I love a New York hot dog. I do. There's something about the flavors. So I had to try it. Don't judge me. But it's a little different. It has some interesting toppings. It has American style yellow mustard. Are you kidding me? I wanted French. I wanted French's. It also has chef's relish, crisp frizzled onions, and brioche seed bun. I don't see the seeds, but I guess they ran out. It's fine. I had enough sunflower seeds when I looked at the chandelier in the lobby. Oh, let's try it. I love the Big Apple. It's so much better than the Big Peach, which is me. I am the Big Peach. So I gotta say, the frizzled onions did not add anything besides grease. Just a nasty, greasy flavor that just doesn't belong on a hot dog, I feel. The grease has to come from within the meat. But everything else was really good. The bun was toasted, charred, actually. The hot dog itself was juicy, perfectly beefy. It had that strong hot dog flavor without being too much. And the yellow mustard tasted like yellow mustard, classic. And the relish with the mustard, girl, the relish was different than any other relish I've ever had. It tasted like classic relish with cinnamon and some extra sweetness. And it almost gave a slight apple pie flavor. I felt very thankful for a moment. So I'm gonna give that a nice strong 8 out of 10. Very good, okay. Even the food court food is good. Everything but the steakhouse. Girlies, I was showing off my fin because it's time for dinner and we're eating. Wait. at a sushi restaurant. I'm so excited for it. Am I gonna be eating eels, crab, tunas? Of course not. Who do you think I am, a normal person? I'm gonna be getting the veggie rolls, the shrimp rolls, and I hope you accept me as I am.
Girlies, look who's back. My favorite couple. They were eating, they were slaying, and they were serving. They were totally in sync, just like the boy band. And I want to be them when I'm older. I truly do. I love them. This is Mikado Ocean. We're here for our specialty dinner. The vibe was very kind of like a nightclub. This is the menu. It was kind of complex, so I never really figured it out. But I did order this seaweed and cucumber salad that was served on a bundt cake that was actually a stone.
Okay, so a few things. I'm seated right next to the sushi station where they're making the sushi. So if I don't like something, I cannot visibly show it. I'm gonna be very demure about it. I'm gonna hide my true emotions until they bubble up. That's very toxic, but it's something I'm gonna have to do today. Also, I am seated next to the rushing water next to me. I literally feel like I'm flying. This is how Rose felt, right? But I'm sure she didn't have a piece of sushi. I do. Don't be jealous, Rose. At least you have Jack, okay? Or I should say had. Last thing, I felt like an idiot sandwich. A lot of you know I don't know how to use chopsticks, and at the beginning of the meal, well, like right now, like 2 seconds ago, I only had chopsticks on the table, so I had to ask for a fork. I was like, can I have a fork? I'm a trashy American. And he was so nice and he gave it to me. It's the cutest little fork I've ever seen. Anyways, this is a seaweed cucumber pickled salad. I'm so hyped for it. And it's served in a stone. This is called suno mono, and it's seaweed, pickled cucumber, and tosazu vinaigrette. Let's see. Oh, perfect. I'm sorry. Let me move this out of the way for a second. Thank you so much. It looks amazing. Wow. I'm going to be so full. Thank you. You're so nice.
Hey guys, would you like a picture?
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you, though. He said, hey, guys. Would you like a picture? I guess he knows that you're watching. Very thoughtful. But I also feel pathetic. This napkin does not seem very absorbent. It's made out of like satin, like a gown. Nothing. That's so good. That is the most refreshing, light burst of energy and refreshingness. The cucumbers are chopped so thin, it's like cucumber noodles. And the seaweed, honestly, I couldn't even taste it. So it tasted just like pickled cucumbers, basically. It is simple, but the dressing is so good. It has a strong sesame oil flavor to it. And the sesames on top tasted very toasted. So I loved that. It's also very sweet, but the sweetness doesn't take over. It just kind of enhances that sour pickled flavor. It's simple, but so good. And I kind of want to gnaw on the stone, but I don't think my teeth are strong enough. I'm giving that a very strong 8 out of 10. Very good.
For my second course, I got these 2 tiny little pieces of egg.
This is egg. I ordered this because I was like, egg isn't fish. Let's do the egg, right? For some reason, I imagined it like egg sushi, like a piece of egg on top of rice or something like that. But no, it's just kind of like flaps of egg. And if someone described my flaps as an egg, I'd say, hopefully not a rotten one, right? It's more so literally just pieces. So I'm gonna get my soy sauce ready. We have a little shell-shaped bowl here. We got a little soy sauce thing here. It looks like a little Mrs. Potts yesified. And let's try this egg. Where'd my fork go? Oh my gosh, it's here. I thought someone took it. I don't wanna have to ask for it twice. It's too humiliating. The soy sauce is good. What's this? So the soy sauce is real tangy. I feel like it's tangier than your typical soy sauce. The egg itself honestly tastes like a scrambled egg in the shape of cardboard. I'm not mad at that. And with the soy sauce, it was enjoyable because the soy sauce was able to shine completely. It had no flavor to compete against. It's egg. I just thought it would be something different. That's my fault. It's on me. So I'm gonna still give it a 5 out of 10.
This is the avocado roll I got for my third course.
You know, I'm not used to sushi menus in the sense that I don't know how to order from them. There was all these different sections. I just always see sushi as sushi, but there was some with seaweed, some with just different things. And so I saw something called avocado wrapped in seaweed. I thought, oh, it's gonna be like a fancy avocado roll with different things. It's just avocado, rice, and seaweed. It's fine. We know what it's gonna taste like. I'm gonna enjoy it. I love that. But I feel like I'm gonna get comments saying, Timmy, you should have been more experimental. But the gag is, if I speak your comment out loud before you write it, it doesn't count. And I agree, I should have been more experimental, okay? Leave me alone. I was scared after last night's meat fest. Let's try it.
Simple. We need some ginger with it. A little wasabi. Oh, hello. Love pickled ginger. Wow. I loved that. Listen, it was very simple, but it all went together. And let me tell you, the pickled ginger and the soy sauce and the wasabi, everything is the highest quality. Okay, it's also flavorful. The pickled ginger is so tangy, it's ridiculous. And the wasabi's spicy, and then the soy sauce is it's so good. So I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. It's my fault for ordering something so simple, okay? It was still really good for what it was. And this is the gorgeous shrimp tempura main course roll. What do we think? Oh, high five, buddy. So this roll looks really good. Once again, it does seem simple. It has the shrimp tempura and it has asparagus. I don't know if there's much else in there. So once again, I apologize. I'm just sorry for the whole meal, but I'm enjoying it. Get some wasabi. King Triton. Now, how in the hell do I eat these pieces? Oh, I guess like this. And there is some sort of creaminess in there. You see that? Oh my gosh, it was all so good.
You are making the video?
Yes. I have a channel. It's called Timmy's Takeout. Oh, thank you so much. I think I ate a chunk of tail. Am I able to do that? Like, is that okay? Or am I gonna sprout a tail? I already have a tailbone. Next up, I'm gonna have a shrimp fin. Girlies, that roll was so good. So it did have some sort of a spicy mayo in it that really did make it rich and it kind of elevated it. But let me tell you, all the past tempura shrimp sushis that I've had have all just tasted like shrimp, but they haven't really served me a nice like fried toasty flavor. This one really tasted like a fried shrimp. Like I could taste the breading and it was almost like burnt tasting, but in the best way possible. It went so well with the mayo and the asparagus, and the rice was so good. It was so good. It was so crispy and so satisfying. Am I still hungry? A little bit, but I already had 4 plates of food. I'm gonna give that 10 out of 10. For dessert, I left and I got some chocolate cake with a raspberry on top. So I'm at the buffet, but I'm seated outside, so I feel more elegant. You know, the ocean breeze is breezing straight into my cornea. It actually feels quite good on my dry eyes. I think the sea salt is cleaning them or something. Dinner was great, but they seem to only have mochi ice cream for dessert. I didn't feel like ice cream. I needed a real dessert. A man needs to chew, you know, so I got this chocolate cake at the buffet. Oh my God, it's minty. Colgate. I want more, and I could get more, but I don't know. This tastes like a sit-down restaurant dessert. It's the perfect moist chocolate cake. It is very simple, but it's good at what it does. And then the frosting tastes much more like mousse, and it's like chocolate mint mousse. So this almost tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love being here, I love the wind. I love myself. I got another slice. Oh. Good morning, girlies. Is this lighting really bad? It is. I wanted to film by the window, but I think looking at myself is more important. Okay, the star is back. It is day 4, the final day, and this is my OOTD. This is my one outfit that's like a fashion statement, and I feel really confident in it, but I never wear it in Florida because I become invisible. I just camouflage into the scenery. When people see me, they're like, does that palm tree look a little extra bald? We are gonna have a very chill day today. So for our brunch, we are eating the buffet lunch menu once again to try everything we didn't have time for, like the ramen, the burger, what else? The Mediterranean lunch meat and cold cuts, a Wonder Bread sandwich, you know? So I'm really excited. And then for dinner, we are going back to the main dining. Because to be honest, I think the main dining dinner was my favorite dinner, and that's the free one. So we are trying it again. But of course, the menu changes every day. So it's gonna be different things. Oh, we are also finishing our ship exploration. So let's go. One final day at sea with my pirate bros. Oh my God. I was so excited to eat at the eatery once again, but oh look, all they had was the breakfast menu still. So I decided, Timmy, take control of your own destiny. I went back to the International Cafe where they had the full menu out on display, and I got a big ol' slice of quiche, which is basically egg pumpkin pie, and also a pizza cup. Okay, oh, I'm shaky. Girlies, change of plans. Who's that?
I'm a little shaky because Mama's extremely hungry, okay? I'm so hungry I could eat a mattress and that would give me another TLC show, so I'd have 2. I decided not to eat breakfast because I was like, I'm gonna have a big brunch at the lunch buffet at 11, right? It turns out they're still serving breakfast food, and I tried the breakfast food yesterday, so I'm not trying that again. I want the lunch food. I want the ramen, you know? I want to slurp it up. But I'm too hungry that I need food now. Like, I need it now. I am at the point where I have like the cold sweats, and I feel like Beth from Little Women, and that's not a feeling you want to have. And so I decided to go to the International Cafe because they did have the options that I wanted to try yesterday. So I'm so happy about that. Let's try the quiche and the, what is this, a pizza McMuffin or something? Quiche first. See, I knew the international girlies would have my back. They would say, Je m'appelle eat. Either I'm hungry and delusional, or that's one of the best quiches I've ever had. Probably both. And first of all, the crust tastes like a homemade pie crust, but like a dessert pie crust. It's a tiny bit sweet, very buttery, golden brown, and the egg part itself is so creamy. It reminds me kind of a Starbucks egg bite in texture, but the flavor's much more like bacon and chives, almost like a loaded baked potato from Idaho. Imagine there's like a British person living in Idaho and they literally pronounce it like Idaho. I would like to meet this British Idahoan. It sounds like a myth, like the Loch Ness Monster. And that strong onion bacon combination really shined. There was a slight sharp cheesiness in there too, and it was just such an enjoyable quiche. Not too heavy either. I know it looked like a brick, but so do I, and it was just fantastic. 10 out of 10. Wow, International Cafe. For a cafe, you really take the flavor global. Let's try the pizza bite. Oh, it's very full of cheese. Wow. I've been trying to eat less dairy because I have a lot of skin problems, but desperate times call for desperate cheesiness. That tastes like a fantastic, cheap frozen pizza. And I mean that as a compliment. Have you ever had, it's not delivery, it's, DiGiorno. Have you ever had that? It kind of tastes like a DiGiorno pizza in a cup shape. So nothing tastes really that fresh or that exciting or different, but it tastes like good old cheesiness, pepperoni, and some canned pizza sauce in a basic crust. I'm not mad. 6.5 out of 10. For frozen pizza, that's great. So this all worked out kind of well. You know, I'm satisfied enough to wait until lunch, but I'm not full. So in the meantime, let's finish exploring the ship.
The modern screen from the future says that lunch will be served at 12:15 p.m. So we have a lot of time to finish exploring the sun. Some people say it takes thousands of light years to get there. I'm already here, sis. So this is deck 7. As you can see, they have The Butcher's Block by Dario and also Princess Live. This is where you can watch the princess sing live. And this is the gelateria, which could also give diarrhea if you eat too much of it. And as you can see, they have different flavors like every other gelateria. This is O'Malley's Irish Pub, so if you're a big fan of Merida, you'll love it here. They have a piano so you can sing Irish hymns, and in the lobby they were playing Wii style bowling. The girlies were having a grand old time. I was so happy for them. This is Bellini's Cocktail Bar. Jen and her peach Bellini candle are shaking right now. This is The Catch, which is another specialty restaurant, and you might be thinking the catch, fish. No, it's catch like you catch baseballs as you eat. This is Coffee Currents, which is a little cafe, and they have donuts. That's all I care about. I don't care about the energetic coffee. And this floor also has the shops of Princess, but it's just different shops, you know. This is the main Princess merch store. So if you want a long blue wig, come here and get one. They also have a model of the ship, and they have a lot of clothing and hats, so you can feel your royal fantasy, right? And this hat, this is for the diva in your life, okay? This is for Mima. It's gonna make her feel real special. Oh, look at this nice man jogging. What is that? That's not a dog, that's something else. And this diva was like 10 feet tall, okay? Tyra would love her. And this store had real authentic, and this diva was sitting in a bird cage. She was like, ooh, ooh. They also had some snacks, some Pringles, some Deep River chips that they fished out of the river. This is the Wheelhouse Bar if you want to learn how to steer a ship. This is the Crown Grill, which I cannot get reservations for. It's a very fancy restaurant. And this is deck 6. As you can see, they have the Lotus spa where they can get those knots out of your neck, you know. And then deck 5 and 4 don't have much. They have the landing and the medical center. So the tour is over. Let's eat. We are back at the eatery, and this is the Mexican food section. So I got a full plate of it. We got some chicken, some shredded beef, some beans and rice, and a tortilla.
I have never felt prouder of myself. I remembered to get a cup so I can drink water and not choke during lunch. Oh my. Wow. What a stream. It was like me this morning. So it's time for our Fiesta Salsa Quinceañera. We are about to eat our Mexican meal. And as a half Cuban, it has nothing to do with me, but I try to make everything about me. And I never had a quinceañera. I always wanted one. Let's first try the beans and rice. Goyam. Oh, let me try the rice by itself. Hold on. Listen, oh my gosh, sorry. The beans are not bad, okay? They're terrible. They taste as flavorless as canned beans that have been drained and rinsed, both at the same time. There's no sauciness, there's no salt, there's no flavor, there's no McCormick, there's no Badia, there is nothing. It's just the bean. Now, luckily, I like a plain bean here and there, but not to die love. So I'm gonna give those a 1, but the rice is pretty good. It does taste like Mexican rice, but a little bit sweeter, and I feel like it has more stuff in it, like more peppers, more corn and things like that, but the tomatoey garlicky flavor is there. It's not the best rice ever, but compared to the beans, it's the mayor of Flavor Town. So I'm gonna give it 5.5 out of 10. Okay, now we have 2 meats and a tortilla. Okay, the first test, it passed. And I wonder why I have so many dermatitises and things like that. I'm always slapping myself with food. Try not to do it, girlies. I know it's tempting, but it isn't worth it. So let's first try the chicken fajitas. You know, if these fajitas were served at Chili's, they'd be steaming up the whole room. And for a moment while the waiter brings it to your table, you feel like you're getting the attention you've always wanted your whole life. And then the moment the steam is gone, no one's looking anymore. It's over. So I'm disappointed they're not steaming, but the flavor is also slightly disappointing. I will say that they do taste like real dark meat pieces of maybe chicken thigh, which is a good thing. And it's quite juicy, but the flavor's lacking. There's a slight tomatoiness, a little bit of a taco seasoning, Old El Paso packet aura, but everything is very light. I wish it had a stronger flavor. I wish it was louder. I wish it spoke up for itself. I wish it stood up for what it believed in. Like, these fajitas are just standing by, not doing anything. So they're not terrible, but I'm gonna have to give them a 4 out of 10. And the tortilla is really tough. It's chewy. It's giving bubblicious. And when I was a kid, oh, guys, I have a story. When I was a kid, I used to work at a chicken farm. We lived in New Mexico. This sounds fake, but it's actually true. We lived in New Mexico, and there was this little lady, she had a farm, and she owned tons of chickens. And she would hire me and my sisters to do little random things around her farm. I think that my sisters got stuck cleaning spider cobwebs in her house and things like that. Losers. I got to grind up the chicken food in the chicken grinder. I would get a cup of seeds, I would pour it in, and it would just grind. And it was the easiest job ever. I was 11, and I would get paid $5 an hour. Back then, that was luxury, you know? And I would use my $5 and buy food. I would buy junk food with it. I haven't changed at all. And I would get packs of Bubblicious bubble gum. I would get this pizza called Mama Rosa Pizza. It was a frozen pizza, and I would share it with my family. I was very giving like that. And it made me think of all the Bubblicious gum I would buy with my own little money. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the gum texture tortilla. Anyways, let's try the whole beef by itself. I don't need the tortilla, honestly. Barbecue. What in the world? It's not bad, but this tastes like my daddy's barbecue. I expected it to taste like barbacoa, not barbecue. Oh, I will say the beef texture tastes fresh. It's tender. It's like a pot roast kind of, but it's just soaked in barbecue sauce, good old store-bought barbecue sauce. There's nothing more to say. If you've had barbecue sauce and beef, you've eaten this. And if you're vegan, jackfruit doesn't count. Then you haven't eaten this. I'm gonna have to give that 4 out of 10. Yeah, this plate was not it. It was not it, but there's a lot of other stations, okay?
This is the ramen station. They have some toppings. I got a chicken ramen with green onions, chili oil, and chicken.
I'm so excited I could chart. This looks so good. I've been craving it since the first day. They gave me a lot of noodles. Oh, the generosity. Okay, let's see. Oh. The world is cruel, isn't it? You know, Marishan, I've taken you for granted. Your little aluminum foil packet that's also apparently in deodorant really is underrated. All that flavor in just a couple spoonfuls of sodium. I would rather have a 50-cent packaged ramen than this. This tastes like water. It tastes like water with a hint of chicken. It's like Sydney Sweeney and her whole like bathwater thing. If she was a chicken, like this is what she would be selling. That's crazy to say. The texture of the noodles are fine. They're fun to eat. I just wish they had taste. Yeah, there's not much more to say. It tastes like literally nothing. Flavorless pond. I'm gonna have to give that a 1.5 out of 10. Okay, maybe the first day's buffet was a fluke. Maybe this was all a lie. Maybe that's the truth. This is why I don't trust anybody.
We are here at the pasta making section. The guy that was making the pasta was so nice and he put his all into my pasta, okay? I ordered the bolognese with the macaroni noodles and he put some Parmesan cheese on top.
You know, a lot of people like to pronounce this sauce as bolognese, but the proper way to pronounce it is... I'm sorry, it's what it is. Get it right next time, or else Giada's gonna visit you in a dream and say, prosciutto! The very nice man really took his time making this, and it looked so good. He was like adding cheese to it as it was cooking. I was like, oh, sir, I don't even care that I'm avoiding dairy. This is a blessing. I see the meat chunks, I see little carrots. Let's go in. All right. Oh, okay. This is the weakest salt shaker I've ever seen. I'm not mad at this. Am I happy with it? I think my joy has a limit, but it's not bad. It tastes more like spaghetti with meat sauce than an actual... It actually kind of tastes like a frozen pasta dish. It tastes like a Stouffer's lasagna. So more of a high-end frozen meal. And it does have a nice tomatoey tartness. So I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. Now it's time for dessert, but let me just say, yes, this meal was not nearly as good as the first one, but life is full of ups and downs, full of unexpected turns and twists and... Ow, not that kind of twist, but you know what I mean? More like a sprain.
For dessert, I got the cherry crumble and the fruit tart. Hi, me.
Oh my gosh, girlies, I feel so horrible. I feel so horrible. There was this nice older man. I think he was like me, you know, like that. And while I was sitting down, he was like, can I join you? And he wanted to sit with me. Okay, but I still got it though. No, but I had to explain to him. I was like, oh, I'm a vlogger. And so I have to film. I'm so sorry. And he left it. He was very nice. He was very nice. And if he wanted a piece of this, can you blame him? I can't. This is a cherry crumble and this is a fruit tart. Let's first try the cherry crumble. Ooh. Oh, look how bright. Oh my goodness, it's like a light. That was so good. I think it was from the gluten-free section. Once again, gluten. Who even are you? That is like the most canned cherry pie filling I've ever had. And I loved canned cherry pie filling. I could eat it with a spoon. I think I have. With this like almond flour crumble. It was light, it was delicious, it was sweet and tart. 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness, now we have the fruit tart. Oh, I got very similar desserts, didn't I? I didn't think this through, but who cares? Oh. I don't like that. I'm very disappointed. So the actual tart itself tastes like a really buttery shortbread. So I like that. And the fruit tasted nice and fresh. My issue is the filling. Usually fruit tarts have some sort of a vanilla custard that really add a richness and also a refreshingness. This just has some Cool Whip or some whipped cream. It doesn't add sweetness. I think it just adds kind of like fluff to the dessert just to fill it up. Not a great fruit tart. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10, but I still had an enjoyable lunch. I found what I liked, sort of, and I enjoyed it. Sort of.
This is it, girlies. It's time for the final meal of the trip. And look who I ran into again, the divas. It was a very slow song, so they were taking their time, but they were still eating the house down. Every other couple in there was jealous of their star that was shining so bright, including myself. I want to be them. Twirl for the girls. We are back at the Eclipse main dining room, and the menu did change completely. You can pause if you'd like. There's a lot of different things, a lot of new stuff, tons of desserts actually. So for my appetizer, I got the cream of cauliflower soup with massive hunks of sun-dried tomatoes.
This ship is shaking a lot. Like it's like rocking back and forth, not slowly, but like rapidly, like. So I'm assuming there's an angry whale just banging into it, like, get out of my house, you know, probably a beluga for sure. Anyways, I got the cream of cauliflower soup because the last cauliflower that I had was so life-changing. You would never even think that it sprouted from the earth. So I had to try the soup version. It has sun-dried tomatoes. Let's see. Just as dry as last time, honestly. I'm kind of getting used to it. I will say, when it got to my table, I thought it smelled like a fart, but it turns out I think it was someone else's plate. It was not this, because this has no flatulence essence whatsoever. It's actually quite nice. It does have a slight cauliflower flavor, but it more so tastes like chicken stock and like potato-y. So it's almost like hint of cauliflower soup, like how there's hint of lime Totinos, not the pizza rolls, the chip, those Totinos. It's kind of like that, but with cauliflower. Now, I do have one complaint though. The sun-dried tomatoes are far too big. And I know they make those in-house because all they have to do is just dry them. They're already in the sun. So that was a good one. But they're too big and chewy. If they were in little pieces, they would add the perfect amount of that sun-dried tomato flavor. It's just too much in each bite. But it does kind of give it a marry me chicken vibe, but it's more so like divorce me cauliflower. So I'm not blown away, but I'm not mad either. I'm gonna give it a nice 5.5 out of 10. Okay, we have another appetizer coming. Don't get too excited. It's just a Caesar salad. But I realized I have not tried Princess's Caesar yet, so it's time.
For my entree, I got the butter shrimp. It came with rice, a hunk of cilantro, onions, and these tortilla chip type things.
So this looks really good. Tiny, but really good. I'm so grateful for the 3 morsels that I have on this plate. Now, I'm pretty sure the Caesar salad is gonna come afterwards. It's fine. I didn't mention it because I was like, maybe it's not ready yet. It is lettuce and dressing, but maybe the shrimp took priority. I get it. Hello, shrimps are the king of the ocean. This is the West Indian style butter shrimp. Rich curry gravy, basmati rice, and papadums. I looked up what a papadum is. It's apparently this cracker type situation type deal type moment, which is also giving Totinos. They have the tails on them. Let me just pinch that right off. Ooh, Ariel just cringed. She was like, I felt that. I think it needs a lemon. That was nice. That was nice. Just nice. You know, Walgreens brand is called Nice. I just felt like telling you that little fun fact. The rice tastes fresh. The shrimps are perfectly cooked. I'm very happy about that. Just like last time with the cocktail, I'm glad to see that wasn't a fluke. Whoever's making the shrimp here is like, this is my thing. I've mastered this. The sauce is good. It tastes like a typical kind of like buttered chicken, a little bit spicy, a lot of cumin and curry flavors, tomato-y. It just tastes like Trader Joe's buttered chicken, but with shrimp. It's kind of giving that. So it's not giving like restaurant quality. And I don't think I'm getting my Caesar salad, and it's totally fine. I don't want to bring it up now because it will make them feel bad. It will make it awkward, and I can live without it. Like, it's a Caesar salad. Like, I've tried Ken. Ken is the fishiest Caesar in the world. That man has a scent. I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10. Good enough for little old me.
For dessert, wait, I forget the name of this. It was a weird name. It was like Temptation or something, or Sin. I don't know.
So this dessert has such a unique name. I've never heard of any dessert like it. It sounds more like a book. And you might be thinking, oh, Timmy, you're just being dramatic. No, it's called Tenderness by Cecile. Meal, vanilla almond biscuit, pecan caramel, vanilla tonka diplomat, and almond streusel. I don't know what half of that meant, but I do know it's gonna be tender. More tender than my medallion Ernestine. You've been so quiet this whole trip. After the first day, she was like, I'm just here to be scanned. The self-pity is crazy. Anyways, let's try this. It's all very jiggly, but in different ways. Imagine this is mayonnaise. Oh. Oh my god, the center. That's it. So first couple bites, I was like, this is fine. It tastes like a vanilla custard blob. And I love a vanilla custard blob. It's my favorite classic dessert, but it was typical, you know, and the texture is kind of like flan. And then the bottom had sort of like a cake crust, but the center brought it to life, girlies. It tasted like almond butter mixed with toffee. It was so flavorful, so caramely, and it was so strong, and it was the perfect balance between that very tame custard with that really intense center. 9 out of 10. Okay, so we ended on a strong note. I'm actually quite full, and that's it, girlies. That's the end of the cruise, but we're not gonna end it at this table. We're going somewhere much more special. So I was gonna film my outro with the shattered plexiglass window, Cinderella Sketcher, but I couldn't find it again. I've been searching all around the top deck, and it's really windy, and the wind has literally almost pushed me over multiple times, so I don't feel very safe. So I just decided just to stop searching, and I'm just gonna do it with the binoculars. So girlies, I had the most wonderful time. Now, what are my thoughts on Princess? I think the Princess had really good food on the first day. I think overall, looking back, it still does have slightly better food than other cruises, at least most cruises. Is it the culinary level of royalty? I don't think so, but it was mostly very enjoyable. And I have to say, I enjoyed the amenities, even though I used none of them. Besides my room was incredible. One of the best cruise rooms I've ever had. And it was just a basic one, not a suite or anything. So I was so impressed with that. I really liked it. I like Princess a lot. I can proudly say that my parents were right. They were right about Princess, and they were right about bringing me into the world. I will see you guys next week. I love you so much. Bye, girlies. Oh, there's lightning. What? What? Girlies, get me off of this deck now.